Hello, Shark families. I know it has been a minute since you've seen me. This is Dr. Burroughs, your school leader, and I'm just coming with the year in review. We are at the last day of school for 2024, and I did not want the year to conclude without me actually having an opportunity to just thank every single student, every single family for partnering with North Lab High School this year. We've been on a journey this year. We've had some ups, we've had some downs, we've had some change of personnel, and I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for entrusting me and entrusting my staff with your children, and allowing us to try to cultivate the next generation. I don't take it lightly, and I'm very, very appreciative. In the year in review, what I want to talk about is where we are academically and where we are with regard to our attendance. I also want to share with you a major shift that's coming when students return in January, as well as shout out our Creative Writing Club. Our Creative Writing Club has created a student newsletter. I'm going to attach it to this email so you can read it. This is amazing. I just want to say big shout out to Mr. Counts and every student who created this student newsletter. This is what I'm talking about, innovation and creation that lets folks know that big things are happening here in North Lab High School. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. And again, it's going to be attached to the email so that you can actually have an opportunity to read it. First things first, with regard to our GPAs, our goal has not changed. Our goal has always been to have 50% of our students in every grade level achieving a 3.0 GPA. Currently, our ninth graders, for quarter two, we are at 18% of our ninth graders with a 3.0. And one area that I keep overlooking is those students that are at a 2.5 to a 2.99. They are right on the cusp. They are the level below where we're trying to get to. If we prioritize focusing on our students with a 2.5 to a 2.99 and pushing them, I know that we'll reach our mark of 50%. So right now, again, ninth grade is at 18% of the 3.0. They have 30% of the students that are at a 2.5 to a 2.99. 10th grade has 39% of students at a 3.0. 20% of our students have a 2.5 to a 2.99. 11th grade has 40% of students, which they have the highest, at a 3.0, and 18% of students with a 2.5 to a 2.99. Lastly, 12th grade has 36% of seniors have a 3.0, and 33% of seniors have a 2.5 to a 2.99. Again, we got to prioritize our students that are on that bucket right below the 3.0. If we prioritize them, I know we'll reach our mark of 50% or higher, all right? With attendance, now attendance is where we are actually struggling. Our goal for attendance is 92% of students at school every single day. We have not met that mark at all for quarter two. Right now, we are at 87.9% of students at school. Ninth grade is standing strong at 87.4%. 10th grade has the highest. They are 89.3%. 11th grade is 86.8%. And 12th grade is 88.4%. None of our grades have reached 90% in quarter one. I don't know why I keep saying quarter one. I'm going backwards. In quarter two. But quarter two is not over. We have until January 31st to complete quarter two, so we got a whole entire month. When we come back from this winter break, we got to hit the ground running. It has to be a full partnership from the school, as well as the students, as well as the families. We all got to work together to reach our goals. 50% at 3.0 is a high task, but I know we can do it. 92% attendance is a high task, but I know we can do it. But one thing that I do know, students don't want to come to school if what is being taught is not interesting. They don't want to come to school if their teachers are not present, and they don't want to come to school if they feel like it's a waste of their time. So one thing that I have done, not only am I shifting for students, but I'm also shifting for staff. I've instituted a new protocol for lesson preparation and delivery for our teachers that will go into effect on January 2nd, as well as a more codified system to ensure that teachers are actually updating their grade books in real time for students so that they know how they're actually doing in classes. We've noticed that teachers have taken a dip with regard to their own attendance, so we put a couple challenges in order to make sure that our teachers are even coming to school. Because what is the point of students coming to school if their teachers are not here? We've had a couple vacancies, and I'm glad to say that we filled all of our vacancies except for one. And so for our seniors that had vacancies, those vacancies have been filled, as well as some of our freshman vacancies. Those vacancies has been filled. We only have one left, and I guarantee you, before the month of January is out, I will fill that vacancy as well. So thank you, parents that have had students that have been in classes with substitutes. You have hung in there with me. and I appreciate it, but those vacancies have been filled. So we shouldn't have any excuses as to why the grades are not improving, because we do have teachers in every section except for our physics. One of our physics classes still needs a teacher, and I have something in mind, but we have a substitute in there right now who is doing the work, and she's doing it effectively and efficiently, and our students' scores on the exams that they are taking shows that they are learning. So I'm very appreciative, even for the students being patient as we work through the personnel issues that we've had this school year. What is different for students when we come back from break is they will no longer be allowed to wear hoodies in Newark Lab High School. Newark Lab High School was always a hoodie-free school. The reason why we began to allow hoodies last year is because the temperature in the building fluctuated. And one of the things that the students asked is that they be allowed to wear hoodies, which I acquiesced. However, hoodies have become a major problem and a major concern. One of the areas that I'm finding an issue with our hoodies is students are wearing AirPods, and they're wearing hats, and they're wearing ski masks, and they're wearing hairnets, and they're just doing things that are not allowed in accordance to Newark Lab High School school policy. So we continuously ask students not to wear hats, and there was a time where hats were allowed, but they were Newark Lab hats. I could count on one hand last year and this year the percentage of students that wear hats that are Newark Lab hats. It's roughly 10%. The majority of students are just wearing whatever hat matches their outfit. And I get it. They want to have expression. They want to express themselves, but they have to do it in a manner that does not go against what the school policies are. So effective January 2nd, students will not again be allowed to wear hats. They will not be allowed to wear hoodies. They are not allowed to wear ski masks. They are not allowed to wear hairnets. They are not allowed to wear those things. Parents, I need your support here. I need you to make sure that when your student comes to school, that they are wearing a crew neck sweatshirt. They also can wear the fleeces that are offered at Flint O'Hara. We also have given every grade at this point. The students that are in this building currently, 12th through 9th, have all been given a crew neck at one point or another during their time here at Newark Lab High School. They are allowed to wear crew necks, Newark Lab High School crew necks. Of course, they can wear their standard polo shirt, but what I would implore them to do, because the building temperature does fluctuate, it does, they must wear thermals or layer up so that they are warm in the building. They also will not be allowed to wear their coats all day long. What I'm finding is that students are sneaking in cell phones, they're sneaking in vapes, they're doing all types of things by putting it in the pockets of their coats. Now, we do have a system where we do wand students, we do check bags, but what we are not is we are not police. We are not going to search your children as if they are outside in the street somewhere and committed a crime. That is not our jobs. So if your child somehow does manage to get something in the building, meaning a cell phone or vape, thank God we haven't had any weapons or anything like that at our school. Our school is very safe, but they're children, so they try it. If they happen to get those things into the building, we're finding that they're doing so in the coats and in the secret pockets of the coats. So when we come back, students must use their locker. Every student has a locker. Deans will be giving out their locker combination to advisors. Again, in January 2nd and January 3rd will be the time that those that don't know how to open their lockers will be allowed to learn during advisory how to open their lockers. If your baby is not coming to advisory, they need to, because advisory is where they get pertinent information. That's where they go over grades. That's where they go over GPA. That's where they set goals. That's where we have social, emotional learning lessons. They need to be here. But specifically on January 2nd, that is where they will be getting their locker combinations again, and they will be taught how to open up their lockers again. We did this in August, but there's a need for us to do it one more time, and so we're going to do it at the top of the year when students return. I don't want this to be a place where students don't have expression, that they can't express themselves, but we have to do it in an orderly fashion. So hoodies won't be gone forever, but we'll be using that as an incentive day. Students will earn a hoodie day, just like they earned a sweatsuit day, just like they've earned a crop day. They'll earn a hat day. But right now, when we come in, we need to be on one accord. And right now, what is impeding our students, because they have headphones on, they're sneaking in their watches and using the watches to listen to music. They don't need headphones. If they need headphones, the teachers will let them know in advance. And truthfully, if I'm going to be honest, we have enough headphones in the building for each class to have a set of headphones, and students can use those. If they need headphones, the teachers will let them know. They are to use their headphones in that specific period and then put the headphones away. They do not need to have them out all day long and wearing them through the hallways, listening to music, using their watch or the phone that they snuck in. We're not foolish. We understand what's happening. And so because of that, there are some stipulations and there's some things that we're going to put in place for our students to ensure that these GPAs get to where they need to be. We can't focus on minor things if the major thing is not happening. When we get to 50% of our students at a 3.0, I will gladly allow students to wear hoodies again. I will gladly allow students to wear their headphones. But right now, we're not there. So we got to put these things in place and enforce truly the systems that we already have, the things that we already have in place. We just have to enforce them. So we will. So that's the major shift. You're going to get something in writing that also specifies that and states that. But those are the major things that's coming for 2025. In addition to that, we also have basketball games coming up. So please come out and support over the winter break. We have great clubs and activities coming up. There's still a lot happening at North Lab High School. And one thing that I want to do is celebrate student achievement even the more. We've done it this year, but I want to kick it up another notch in 2025. Parents, we also have our Parent Partnership Association. Get involved. Let us know what it is that you want to see us doing as a school to make sure that your students' high school experience is memorable. I appreciate each and every one of you. I value your time. I value you allowing me to lead your children through their high school journey. Any feedback that you have for me is always welcome. I pray that you have a restful break and a prosperous new year. And I see everybody in 2025. God bless and have a great break.